The Trojans will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hits inside, it's Davison. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Southern Cal! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Takes the handoff. It's Davison. Stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for a minute.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing more. He lets it fly. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Jordan. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Picks up enough to get the 1st and 10 from the 11.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yard situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. In traffic, it's Stewart. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The run inside. It's Davison. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dante Moore. Turns up, it's Hill. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Here's Moore to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Moore will throw. Makes the catch. It's Hooks.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Drives inside. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get him.
And hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. This is now a 7-point game.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh center downs going to the air. Left side, it's Mosley. Could not make his way to the corner. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. The give. Looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Miller with the ball. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. On the delay, it's Jordan. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Fights off a defender. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Moore. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Hits the hole. It's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Throwing more. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Quick give. It's Davison. Breaks the tackle. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The give to the back. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are a committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Hill. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore finds his man. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
The game is still early. We're in the first half, but you need to score a touchdown here to keep this thing close. That's why that last play on 3rd down was so big for this offense. There's plays you just got to have. I know it's early, but that was one right there the offense needed, and they got it.
Caught behind the line. It's Moore. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dante Moore. He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Picks up 6. 1st and goal, Oregon.
And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Ready? Ready, 5. Ready, 5. Go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Pulls it, fired complete. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And the Trojans want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Powers inside the 35. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Mayava. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
The Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
2nd and long here. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for space. It's Davison. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama in their matchup against the number 12 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Crimson Tide who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field.
Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Can we get the trainers over to the coach right now? He's got his punt team out there, and it's not fourth down. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Straight ahead, it's Davison. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Here's Moore to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. Now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on the defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take...
Gonna take a shot. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Long way to go on second down. Drops back, it's Mayava. Right side, it's Bowman. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Snap from the gun on third down. Intercepted, number 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Moore. Out wide right, it's Hill. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Third and long right here. Moore from the gun on third down. On target over the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, it's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Out wide left, it's Hill. Runs through a man. He might have space. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Will, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Makes a catch. Touchdown, Ducks. And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Hits inside, it's Jordan. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Sends it back in motion. They give it to him again. There he goes. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. The give is to Miller. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Softened him up with a run and now to throw. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver.
Hey, move. Shift. Jet. Where did he go?
Run inside. It's Jordan. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Not a lot of room to field this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the run, it's Davison. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Right back to it. Got a little space. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time and try to get their offense the football back?
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Left side is Hill. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Caught. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the catch, it's Miller. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, looking for a man. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Turns it upfield. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off of it.
Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And there is no question they should just keep letting this guy throw the ball. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. They've only run 5 offensive plays, and he's already got him down here by the goal line. Let him keep chucking it.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Powers forward. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! They move on top here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Buying time to his right. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Finds the tight end.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Jordan. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. On 3rd and short, they're giving it to the tight end. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Let it go! With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. He's into the open down the middle. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon! Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Complete on the left to Williams. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive change.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. Because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing in 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Jordan. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. That one just came off his hand badly.
Some days just aren't your day, and he's already made 2 big mistakes in this ball game with the interceptions, and he almost threw a 3rd. His quarterback's really got to dial in, get focused, get his feet set, and make good deliveries of the football to his wide receivers.
Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punt is on its way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Throwing more. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Running inside, it's Davison. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This drive has been sharp. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now 1st and 10 from the 42. Dante Moore fires to the right, rolls it in, and he's brought down after a nice gain. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Out wide left, it's Hill. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Moore to the air. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Running the red zone, it's Hill. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
You need points to win this game, but it's a good sign that your offensive line is firing off the ball here late and getting some push. That was a really good-looking run late in this one.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hand off again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Turns into the pile. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Here's Moore to throw. Rushes on. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.